I'm Yusuf Jan. I represent a company called Mixit. Very briefly, we are a trading platform and a international order routing network based out of Wall Street, New York, with our nerve center based right here in Karachi for the last 9 years. This is where we do all of the development for Mixit's global needs, and this is also where we do our technical support and our trade support, and all of our global support operations are run out of Karachi, Pakistan. We've got a fantastic young team. What is Mixit? Well, it's a company of young people with a very dynamic culture, a very I would say a very flat culture, a very international culture. A lot of fun stuff going on. Very little hierarchy. Trying to, I guess, a very still what you call ethics, which are very or which ask for dedicated work, hard work, a lot of passion, a lot of self-initiative, and then keeping a very flat environment in the organization where people's work isn't sort of lost in the bureaucracy and in the hierarchies. So we try to keep our environment very flat organizationally. The structure is such that everybody should know everybody. People should at least be if not completely aware of, but familiar with what's happening across the different divisions in Mixit. A lot of we don't believe in that much formality where we have annual. I mean, we do have performance evaluations, but we like to reward our people a lot more frequently. It could be just reward in terms of recognition and praise. It could be a reward in terms of some sort of an increment, some sort of a perk or a privilege. But we like to get the message back to our teams a lot more frequently, more with at the end of basically every project. We would like to inform our team and our team members and acknowledge and appreciate the work that they do.
Now tell us, what are the kind of things that you feel you have to teach new recruits that you have within the company?
Well, we are quite selective in our hiring. We have been hiring, we've been growing, we will literally, I would say, doubling our team size for the last 2 years, and we definitely are quite selective in terms of the technical strengths. We are looking for the software engineers, quality assurance engineers, and no matter in what role we are hiring, we are looking for people with who are definitely somewhere at the very top percentile of their background and their professional skill strength. Besides that, we are looking for well-grounded people, with a good sense of humor, people who can smile, who can gel in teams, yet maintain their individual identities and their individual opinions also, which we highly appreciate. Everybody brings to our table a lot of variety, a lot of their own personal life experiences, even if they're very young. And these are I mean, since we are all privileged to be working in a very intellectual environment, even the youngsters are very forward thinking youngsters, youngsters with dreams, youngsters who are following visionary leaders in their profession. So we like to we like people with their own individual strengths, their opinions, and who are willing to speak up their mind on not just technical projects, but even in our day-to-day discussions and conversations that we're having with Mixit. So people who are really technically strong, but well-grounded, down to earth, people with a great sense of humor, who can enjoy the very crazy conversations that happen at Mixit lunchroom, and in the Mixit gatherings. We go to a lot of picnics, bowling, stuff like that. So we do maybe dinners and what do you call, karaoke nights at Mixit. So we like people who can be part of our team.
Okay. Now
Thanks.
Are there any particular areas where you've seen growth within the people that you have hired? Because you've been here for 9 years now, and there are people who started their careers with you. What kind of growth have you seen in some of the individuals?
Well, tremendous growth, and I think it comes. All of these youngsters are tremendously dynamic. They're packed with talent, from what I've seen is basically they need to be challenged. And I think if no matter what our workforce size is out there, if the challenges given to them are global, and if the challenges given to them are really really dynamic, dynamic domains, and then opening them up to international people in international counterparts across America or Europe, or no matter where your business may be, I think that brings out the very best in them, and that you see them sort of what do you call, maturing or internationalizing in a way their personalities very quickly. So I think the local talent in Pakistan has the ingredients, so as soon as it's exposed to the challenge and to the international environment, it transforms itself into an international player, that entity, that individual, whether it be a boy or a girl, very very quickly. So which is very heartening to see, and I really mean it, that they really need to be just exposed to the challenge and to the environment. And I think within a matter of weeks they make teams sitting across oceans, maybe on the internet, through WebEx demos, through conference calls. They make the teams feel that that these young men and women are probably sitting somewhere in New York, maybe in some other building across Broadway, or maybe in London or whatever. So that's what I've seen. You expose them to the challenge and to a really international situation, and within weeks they adjust, and people at the other side will hardly ever notice that these people, maybe these youngsters, may be sitting somewhere in Pakistan, or that they've never really yet traveled internationally.
Okay.
People have to understand a very very basic point is that a lot of the international metropolitan cities of the world really are very similar.
Okay.
They may just be geographically divided, but a metropolitan city has its own uniqueness, and which is very consistent across most metropolitan cities. So if it's Karachi or Mumbai or Delhi or London or New York or Hong Kong, the metropolitanites, if I may say, the residents of those cities are all very similar, because they're exposed to a lot of diversity, and because of that their sense of adaptability is much higher. Their skills, strengths evolve into being able to work with people of multiple diversities. Even it could be local. If you could be sitting in Hong Kong, there may be people from China and from across the islands or whatever coming in, everybody with their own dialect and with their own nuances. Similarly would be Karachi and Mumbai and New York and all that stuff. So people have to understand that youngsters in metropolitan cities across the world are quite similar to each other, and even senior professionals working in these metropolitan cities are used to working with such diversity. So I worked in New York for a very long time in my life, and I probably worked with, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100 different nationalities right there in New York. So people, the local New Yorker was used to working with somebody from Trinidad and Tobago, and then Karachi, and then Saudi Arabia, and then Ethiopia or whatever. They're used to those accents, and they're used to working and understanding with them. So our youngsters, I feel, in the communications department are tremendously advanced than a lot of these nations that I've mentioned. We're a very accent neutral sort of a nation. So that comes across, and clients on the other end really, I think, have a lot less issues in working with our youngsters because of their really fantastic communication skills.